this thing with this guy because he don't even know half the things he thinks he knows. But anyway, jumping into week 2 predictions for the NFL. Week 1 was very interesting. Some things happened that we didn't expect to happen. And some other things happened that we did expect to happen. But like the Dolphins lose. Anyway, so let's go back to week 1 first before we jump into week 2. Do a quick little recap of week 1 and the games that we thought were interesting and whatnot. Lamar Jackson can throw, by the way. I just want to let y'all know. Just so y'all know, just in case you forgot or you thought he couldn't. He can. Anyway, let's see. The Browns. Let's talk about the Browns. So, the Browns look like who we thought they were last year. They like what the Browns doing? What happened to all the Super Bowl hype? I saw an article today. I don't think I'm sent it to Casey, but I meant to. It was like the Browns are now they have a 59% chance of getting a top 5 pick. And I'm like, how do you go from Super Bowl contenders to in contention for a top 5 pick? How does that work? But okay. That's just something I saw on ESPN and I was like, all right, yeah.
The Colts did that first.
Okay. Also, I feel like Casey, you're kind of a hater of your own team because Jacoby Brissett played pretty well, and you were already saying that they sucked and lost the game, and they were completely in the game. But anyway,
I didn't expect us to play as well as we did. I really didn't. But we held in there and then lost at the end, which I feel like.
How are you feeling about Jacoby Brissett right now, though? That's my question. Like, this is your guy for now, at least. How are you feeling about Jacoby Brissett? This is your guy for the time being.
I'm gonna give him a chance. But I'm gonna go on record as saying that losing at the very end is worse than being blown out. I'm just saying.
You're right. Exactly right.
Close.
I don't know. I don't think that's worse because. At least you had a chance to win the game, whereas if you got blown out, you just suck.
Like the Dolphins.
And get it stolen at the end.
So you'd rather get blown out in the Super Bowl and not win than to be right there and still not win.
Yeah.
Logic. Okay. Moving on, the Falcons, not impressed at all. The Chiefs look good as they should. Nick Foles got hurt for the Jaguars in that game because Jaguars can't catch a break if they want. Well, they caught a break, but they can't catch a break if they wanted to. They really can't. I don't. They got a backup that they're going to play. I don't know his name, but they're going to run for the time. No, it's not Blake Bortles. He's on another team.
What team is he on?
I have no idea. The funny part about Jacksonville is they are the one team in the NFL that always signs every backup ever. Like, Blaine Gabbert's now a backup. Blake Bortles is probably a backup somewhere. Nick Foles was a backup. Like, they don't ever sign starters ever. Like, they don't sign real starters. They sign guys. Chad Henne, he was a backup for. Anyway, we're just gonna stop. We're just gonna stop talking about them. Yeah, about the Browns. I told y'all they got to put it together first. Y'all didn't listen to me, but anyway.
Oh, I was listening. I mean, it's all hype right now around them. And, all of them egos. It's hard for them. They can't share. Not all of them can have the football. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how they go through the rest of the season.
Let's see. What else? The Giants.
What about the Steelers?
The Cardinals will get. Oh, we'll get to that. Trust me. Trust me. We'll get. No, the Cardinals looked good. I think Kyler looked good in the comeback, and they ended up tying, which is unfortunate because if the guy would have just caught the pick, they would have had a field goal sitting. But he let that ball go right through his hands. That poor man. The Buccaneers look about like the Buccaneers look nowadays. The Giants look about like the Giants look nowadays. The Cowboys look good. Zeke's there. He didn't do a lot, but I mean, the man ain't played all preseason, ain't practiced all off season. So I feel like it's gonna take him a minute. He gonna be fine. Trust me, it's Zeke. He gonna be fine. The Steelers.
They about look like they're in mid-season form already.
That team right there, boy. I don't know if y'all saw the meme that I shared, but it was hilarious. The little Frank Beamer meme. It was hilarious. Like this, bruh, the Steelers look bad. I don't know if they're gonna look this bad all the time, but they look bad. Like I mean, and I expected it was to be okay because they're the Steelers, but we'll see.
They look like they were in mid-season form right now. Like this second
I
half
think
and stuff. Terrible.
the funniest part of that play was it wasn't even that loud in the stadium. Bruh, you right there. You right.
Yeah. But I wonder, like, who's at fault though? Is it the center? Because he snaps the ball, so technically, you can't start the play without the center. You literally can't.
Mm-mm.
Anyway,
It's
the
his
Texans
fault.
and the Saints game was incredible. Deshaun Watson should have won. Dang it! I'm very
Yeah,
upset. I'm very upset. I don't know how he scored in 2 plays. I don't. I watched it a couple times and I'm like, how he do that though? Like how he scored in 2 plays? Josh Jacobs a man though. I ain't gonna lie to you about this Raiders Josh Jacobs fella. That's still about all they got. I don't whoever that tight end was, and Derek Carr looked good. Derek Carr looked good. This tight end, this no-name tight end they got is a man. He abused whoever the heck was on him every time they put the same guy on him all the time. I don't even know the man's name, but he abused. I mean, you can call 1-800-CHILD abuse. That's how bad that was. It was bad. He abused him, and I don't even know the man. I'm about to go pick him on Ultimate Team. He was so good. The Broncos offense. I know it's a new quarterback and a new system, and I get it, but Joe,
you can't give Joe Flacco a pass. You can't. You just can't.
I can because Anyway,
I don't. Joe Jackson just doesn't seem like a Broncos quarterback to me.
well, I think he does though. To me, he seems like a Broncos quarterback because the Broncos have always had the stand-in pocket type of a quarterback. I still, and I don't know if this is like, because I saw with Baltimore too. I know Joe checks down to not throw interceptions, but is that like the play call or is that just Joe? I wonder about that because I saw it in Baltimore and I always get upset about it because I'm like, it's 3rd down and 10. Why are we calling? They would literally call routes for 5 yards downfield. What? So I think they'll be better. The Raiders aren't going to stay like this. Josh Jacobs will though, because he's a man. He's a man. You guys got any thoughts on week 1? I think I went through everything. If you guys got any thoughts, the Bills beat the Jets in a game that we just kind of flipped the coin to see who's going to win. But other than that,
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. The 2 Monday night games I thought were really good. But those were the 2 games that I actually got to sit down and watch all the way through.
Do you usually stand up and watch or what?
I mean, I was standing up at the end of the Saints-Texans game, and then the Texans lost on the only game that I've ever rooted for them on. I was so hyped. I was like, "You're gonna do it! You're gonna do it! Give me some fantasy points!" And then, I mean, I got some fantasy points, but like, not enough. That's close. I was close to winning this week. I was.
Okay. Anything else in week 1? Or?
Nah.
Justin, anything else from week 1? Before we move? Yeah.
I mean, I like how much he dominated.
That was what was funny though. That's the first time I ever seen Steelers fans shut up. That's the first time ever. Like usually they come out and they defend them. This week, nothing. It was a hush. They didn't have nothing to say. 0 things. I'm like, well, I did cool. Yeah. Should we move on to week 2 and Thursday night football? With not the Cardinals and the Ravens. Why is it at the top of my list? With the Buccaneers and the Panthers. This game here. I think the Panthers are going to bounce back in week 2 because they're playing the Buccaneers, so you kind of have to. If you lose to the Buccaneers, you're real bad. but I think they'll be fine. I really want Jameis to be good, but he just ain't showing it to me right now. Like I really do. Like famous Jameis, like crab legs. Like I love the man, but come on. Anyway, Panthers gonna win because I love the Panthers more because I love Cam Newton. And it's close enough to me where I can cheer for him every once in a while. Anyway, I need an on-air sign for my basement. I'm gonna get one. Anyway, yeah, right. Hello, yeah.
Yeah, mama. Yeah, mama.
That's why Panthers get the win on Thursday night. Casey, Justin, take it over, talk.
DJ Mama. Yeah, I love me some Tampa Bay Bay. I do, but they they not who I want them to be. So I got to go with the Panthers.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Panthers also. I mean, them crab legs. I mean, they aren't very. They're not very good right now. They're out of date. They're expired. Can crab legs become expired?
They can. They are
can,
seafood.
Yeah.
They can-
Okay. Yeah, they're expired. And DJ's not back yet.
I love when DJ's here. We'll just talk and talk and talk. As soon as DJ leaves, we talk for like 2 minutes.
Yeah. This video is sponsored by Deja Blue.
The hell is Deja Blue?
It's water. You never heard Deja Blue?
See that water. No, I have not heard of Deja Blue. Is that a your time zone thing?
It's like in Iowa.
Deja Blue, yeah.
It's Iowa, Illinois. I don't know. Maybe it might be in Illinois. I don't know. I have no idea. It's in Kansas City. Oh, there we go. We got DJ. He back.
Y'all can't take care of nothing while I'm gone. Like
What you be?
I would hate to not be here because y'all would struggle. Anyway, to the next game. I'm gonna go back to this version of I think. Yeah. They actually got this one on first. Okay, cool. We got the Cardinals at the Ravens. I'm excited to see Kyler in live, and they probably won't put it on TV because they hate me. But Cardinals versus the Ravens. Finally getting a game at home. I'm happy after 1 week. I'm interested to see this game because I want to see what Kyler looks like. I think the Cardinals defense is pretty good for the most part. So that'll be a good test for Lamar Jackson to see what he does in week 2. I hope he keeps it up because I've always been a Lamar Jackson can throw type of a guy. I think I said it last week too. I just don't think he needs to throw, and he really didn't need to throw in the Dolphins game. They were up by so much. He really didn't have to throw, but he still did. Nonetheless, I'm going with the Ravens, of course, because they're Raven Raid. I think that's a thing. I think that can be. Anyway, Casey. Raven Raid, Raven.
Raven anything. It's not. I gotta agree with DJ. It's rare, and it hurts me to do so, but I do have to agree with him occasionally. The grass is not a factor in this game, even though it's broken anyway. So you gotta go with the Ravens.
All right.
This particular one shot.
All right, Justin.
I'm gonna make it 2 weeks in where I picked the Ravens to win. When do I rarely ever pick the Ravens? I mean that defense is for real, and Lamar Jackson is for real. But just wait till he faces harder quarterbacks. Just wait. He played a very bad Dolphins defense last week, but it was impressive last week what he did though. He threw for a lot of yards last week. So good job, Lamar.
Never thought you'd ever say that either. But anyway, moving on to the next game we got, which is, let's see here. We got the Cowboys and the Auras. Cowboys win this game. I'm sorry. I hate to say it, but Cowboys win this game. I love Case Keenum. I really do. They played well. They just didn't finish well. I also wonder about Case Keenum as far as the Jaguars potentially trading for him. Then that'll pull Dwayne Haskins into the starting lineup for the Redskins, so that would be interesting. But nonetheless, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I don't care if the Redskins are at home; they're not gonna win because the Cowboys just look too good right now. So Dallas, and I've never said that before in my life. Casey.
Well, it's really easy that the Cowboys always get to the
Sure.
season like November, December hits, and they're like, "Oh wait, what the Cowboys?" But then again, there's the Auras, and I feel like the Auras are a team that we consistently every year want to be really good, and every year they're kind of heartbroken. And this year is going to be no exception. So, Cowboys, the Cowboys.
Cowboys. All right. Justin.
Well, I mean, I want to take the R's here, but I gotta go with the Cowboys. Yeah, they're winning. I mean, Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott, and I need Dak Prescott to put me some points on my fantasy team. So, yeah.
Okay. Moving on to the next one, which is the Colts going up against the Titans. Interesting game here, I think, because the Titans, you never know what they're going to be. You can never really predict what they're going to be. You really can. So,
one week they're good, one week they're bad.
Yep, that's true. And last week they were good, so I'm going to say they're going to be bad this week, and the Colts are going to upset them, if we can even call it an upset. Colts win. Casey.
This is actually tough. Because, like DJ said, you never know what Titans team you're going to get. And I feel like it's almost the same with the Colts. You never know what Colts team you're going to get. So, I'm going to go. I don't even.
Go the Justin way.
Oh, Justin, go first. I got to think about this one.
At least the Colts are more consistent. So I'm gonna go with the Colts here. They were so close last week. They're so close to beating the Chargers. They should have beat them. I took it to overtime. So you know what? I'm gonna give it to the Colts this week.
All right, he didn't give you much time.
I'm gonna give my boys a chance because doesn't give me any time at all and give me no time. I said, give me some time. Nope, not a minute. I'm going with I'm putting faith in the Colts and we're gonna pull it off.
All right. I don't know if I believe him or not. Seahawks versus the Steelers. Seahawks versus the Steelers. I think the Seahawks are going to win. This is another good test for the Steelers early to see what they're going to be, if they're going to be good, if Juju is really what they think Juju is. But I think Juju had a lot of help with Antonio Brown being there last year because he always was kind of the second guy in command, so it helped him out a lot. They could put him in the slot and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to do that when you're the only guy that I literally don't have any idea who the rest of their receivers are. So, it's kind of easy to to just put your best corner on Juju and hope to shut him down. Like the Patriots showed last year, you put a guy like Stephon Gilmore on Juju, and he might be in trouble. So, especially a guy who's not used to playing against corners of that caliber. So, I'm going to go with the Seahawks, but I think this will be a good test for the Steelers nonetheless. Seahawks win it, though. Casey.
Hopefully, the Steelers have a better week than they did last week because – okay, we're moving on from that one. We're not talking about that no more. Yeah, Seahawks. I think it'll be a much better game for the Steelers than last week, but still going with the Seahawks.
I mean, you can't get any worse, can you? Unless you're a Dolphins.
They could have not gotten any points.
Justin.
And gotten a safety. And yeah, it could have got worse. It could.
Fly, Seahawks, fly. Yeah, the Seahawks are winning.
I don't think that's ever been a thing.
That's not a thing. Fly, Seahawks,
I
fly.
don't think so.
Or no, it's fly, Eagles, fly. But
Yeah,
that's a thing.
Okay.
But that's my new thing for the Seahawks.
You can try that. We just gonna move on. Bills versus the Giants. I'm gonna go with the Bills. I think the Bills are the better team. The Giants. I mean, they got Saquon. That's about it. Like that's about it. And Daniel Jones. They got Daniel Jones. I think Daniel Jones is a man. He just waiting in the wings. But the Bills gonna win. Casey.
Oh man. The battle of the bad New York team. I'm gonna go with the Bills. Because the Giants are the Giants.
Okay. Justin.
If the Bills win this league, they'll be 2-0. I mean, they're our second best chance to actually win in that division. I think they could maybe. They could be a sleeper team. I think maybe. Don't know. But yeah, the Bills are winning this game. The Giants, they're not going to do anything. Hey, and I'm happy that they let Daniel Jones play a little bit last week. That was pretty good. I mean, even though he fumbled the ball on a terrible play, and then he got benched. There was only 30 seconds left in the game.
Did he get benched, or was there no more time left in the game anyway?
I'm not sure. I think he got benched, or something happened.
You can't bench somebody for playing one possession in garbage time. That's not how it works.
I don't know, but
we got 38 seconds. You're benched.
Yeah, but at least they let him get some reps and his first start. I mean he didn't start, but in his first regular season game, so that was good.
All right, Patriots versus the Dolphins. I'm gonna go on the upset here. Upset alert. Patriots on upset alert. I think the Dolphins are gonna shock the world and win this game, and I'll tell you why. I think I heard a stat today that the Patriots have the same amount of losses in Foxborough as they do in Miami, which is 5 over the past 5 seasons. So every year they've lost in Miami, even when the Dolphins were terrible and we didn't know what the Dolphins are going to be. And I think the trend is going to continue in this game. Dolphins win. Casey.
I don't think this is fair because the Dolphins don't have a team. And I mean that literally because half of their team asked for their release after the game last week. So they don't have a team. So how can they play? How does this work? I don't understand. I mean, I love the fans, and the fans always get the wins, but they can't get the wins if they ain't got the players for the team though. But yeah, a lot of people freaked out over every game last week, and I was like, bro, it's week 1, calm down. But I'm also going to upset because the Dolphins are one of those teams that does find ways to beat the Patriots. There's a few teams out there that consistently find ways to beat the Patriots or have their number, and I think the Dolphins are usually one of them. So I'm gonna give them the chance.
Wins. Let's get the wins. Justin, do you make it the trifecta?
I mean,
he's not going.
You know what? The Finns are gonna get the wins. I want to see him tear off the Patriots.
I mean, before we set our pieces, I can guarantee it.
I mean, I was thinking about picking the Patriots because it's the Patriots, of course, and they're getting Antonio Brown this week. Boy, I mean the Patriots, they're gonna be even better with Antonio Brown.
They did release Demaryius Thomas too, by the way.
Really?
Yep.
I know that. But the Dolphins seem like a Jekyll and Hyde team. Like 1 week they do good. Like a few weeks they do bad. They do good. Like they're more like an 8-8 team in my opinion and stuff. But I don't know. I think they're going to throw off the Patriots. And of course, they're in the same division, so they see them, twice a year, so they know their whole scheme of things.
Okay.
So, yeah, Dolphins win. Hopefully.
This is the game I will be using my Survivor pick on this week in the Survivor picks. Texans versus the Jaguars. I'm picking the Texans because the Jaguars are playing with a backup QB, and the Texans look good. The Texans, I mean, like if they didn't play soft coverage on Drew Brees and the Saints, they probably would have won that game. But those idiots decided they wanted to play soft coverage. Come on, Romeo, you're a better defensive coordinator than that, sir. Texans win. Casey.
Yeah.
Justin.
Texans are going to win. I mean, the Jaguars, they don't have a chance.
All right. Vikings versus the Packers, 2 1-1 teams in the NFC North. I'm going with the Vikings because in order for the Vikings to win this division, they got to do some good things inside of the division. And even with Justin, sometimes outside the division and around the division and on top of the division. So, Vikings upset the Packers in Lambeau. Casey.
I agree. They're going to go right under the division, sneak under them, and they're not even going to see it coming. It's a W.
Roll up. Justin.
Yeah, the Vikings are winning this. Yeah.
Okay. Next up, Chargers versus the Lions. I think the Lions. Go Chargers versus the Lions. I think the Lions. There's something about the Lions that just scream they terrible to me, and I'm just gonna stick with that point. I love Matthew Stafford. I love how he can throw the ball from every angle ever, even between his legs. But nonetheless, I don't think it's going to be enough. I think the Chargers win. And as always, go Chargers! Go! Casey.
I really feel bad for Matthew Stafford. I feel like he is one of the best quarterbacks on one of the worst teams ever. That poor man. If he just had a little bit better team consistently, he would have.
I mean, the man had Calvin Johnson, bro. He didn't make the playoffs till Calvin Johnson retired. I'm just saying.
That's true. That is.
He's got Marvin Jones. Marvin Jones is a solid receiver. I don't know if he's a number one, but he's a solid receiver.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about Detroit. They can't do it. I don't
they
get
should
it.
have picked up Mohamed Sanu when he was a free agent because him and Marvin Jones, they played together in Cincinnati, but having Marvin Jones your number one and Mohamed Sanu as your number two, I think would have been perfect. Then they could have got a speed guy in the draft to be the slot guy. It would have been they would have had all the weapons they need. I don't believe in Kerryon Johnson at all. Why they still start that man, I don't know. I remember looking at him in fantasy, and I'm like, I'll take anything for him.
He's been putting up points for me. He put up points for me last week.
I know he played pretty well last week. I just don't trust him. I can't do it. Yeah, Justin, Chargers, Lions.
I mean, this is a rare time you'll see me pick inside my division and actually pick the Chargers to win.
What about around your division?
And around my division. And beneath it and above it,
What about to the left?
Yeah, to the left, yeah. And to the right.
Is everything you own in the box to the left?
Basically, yeah, basically. The Chargers are winning here. I mean, I kind of wish the Lions would have picked up the victory last week. Like TJ Hawkinson.
My head. I hate you.
That was DJ's fault. But TJ Hawkinson, he had a good week last week. I thought he was just going to be kind of like an average tight end who's just going to do a lot of blocking, but he did pretty good. Pretty good for his first start.
All right, I messed my entire thing up, so I don't know who's next. There was the Bengals and the 49ers. That's right. The 49ers at the Bengals. I'm going with the 49ers because the Bengals are who we thought they were. Casey.
But I feel like the 49ers are also who we thought they were.
What, pretty good?
They're a little better.
Pretty good. They got their starting quarterback back. They scored like 41 points last week.
Who they play last week?
Who they even play? They worked whoever they played.
Oh, let me tell you. I got it right here.
But they're the 49ers.
They'll be fine. They just need a quarterback.
I don't think they're gonna be that. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Everybody's real high on Jimmy G.
Oh, they played the Buccaneers last week.
Yeah, that's a sample size. Anyway, Casey,
Yeah,
you're picking the Bengals, aren't you?
I love Tampa Bay, but it ain't hard to beat them. I'm gonna go with the Niners, I guess, because I mean it's the Bengals too. So like,
Okay, Justin.
I mean, excuse me. They still have Andy Dalton playing for the Bengals.
Yeah, they do.
Is AJ Green still hurt?
Yeah, he's hurt.
Okay.
Tyler Boyd has looked good. John Ross looked good last week. But and that's a good sign if AJ Green can get healthy. Because imagine having AJ Green and Tyler Boyd's kind of coming into his own. I think he reminds me a lot of Juju in a way. And then having John Ross, who's the fastest man on the field.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Niners here.
Plus, Joe Mixon got hurt last week too, and that was also another issue. But 4 o'clock window of games. We got 3 of them here. We're gonna start with the Chiefs and the Raiders. The Raiders, baby. Derek Carr is back. Derek Carr is back, baby. The car is back on the road, baby. I think that the Raiders are going to upset the Chiefs because, see, the interesting part about the Raiders with Antonio Brown was different because they had a guy who was selfish and all this. Now you got all these selfless guys, including John Gruden, who have something to prove. Now everybody was like, the Raiders are going to be the laughingstock of the NFL. That's all they heard about it last year. Ha, 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 it's the Raiders. Oh, we got to play the Raiders this week. I think the Raiders are going to surprise some people. I don't know what word I was about to make up there, but they're about to surprise some people. It's going to happen. Raiders win. Raiders win. Even though I love Patrick Mahomes, I really do love that man. I'm going to grow out my hair and try to get Patrick Mahomes' hair. But anyway, Raiders win. Casey.
I think this is one of those sort of ironic times where you drop a good player for the betterment of your team. Because now, kind of like DJ said, they don't have to worry about all the drama. They don't have to worry about, what's going to happen this week. Do we have to suspend him again? Blah, blah, blah. Is he going to cause issues? You don't have to worry about that. Now all you have to worry about is your team and doing what the Raiders, I feel like, know what they can do, and showing that what they're capable of. And like you said, they got the car back on the road. Car broke down. We got Gruden. I think we could do it.
Spider 2 wild banana.
What?
Spider 2 wild banana,
Yeah. We going with the Raiders to upset them Kansas City. Who even likes the Chiefs?
Just make it a three-peat, baby.
It's not gonna be a three-peat. I mean, even though the Raiders did look good, but it was against a terrible. Well, I mean, no, that defense is pretty good for the
Broncos. They're supposed to be pretty good. From what I thought, they're a little suspect.
But they did not look good on Monday. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was a time zone difference. Wait, no. Are they the same time zone? I have no idea. Maybe they, I have no idea. But the Raiders did look good. But my Chiefs' offense is just too high. What?
Yeah. Too high? Y'all need to be tested.
It's too high tamed or whatever. What I'm trying to say, too over, too explosive. Yeah, high octane. Yeah. Even though high octane, whatever. Even though Tyreek Hill did get hurt last week, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be healthy enough to play this week.
SpaghettiOs. Will Sammy Watkins be able to go off like he did?
I think he will. And then Patrick Mahomes kind of got hurt a little bit also. So.
SpaghettiOs.
Your host did get hurt. Oh.
But you know what? I don't think
It was his ankle,
major.
right?
Yeah, he like twisted his ankle.
Oh, he can't walk. A little bit. Can't walk.
He can't walk.
The man can throw off any platform. I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, but the Chiefs are winning though.
Saints versus the Rams. Saints win. That's about all I'm gonna say. It should be a good game. Could be a really high octane or high tane, as Justin would say, offensive game. But I think the Saints win. Casey.
It's definitely going to be a octane. That sounds like a new energy drink.
One of those cheap ones too. That's one of those you get from like Dollar Tree, and you'd be like, "What is this?"
Have you tried Hitane? I have not. I'm going with the Rams.
All right.
I'm sorry, Rams.
All right, Justin.
Drew Brees for MVP.
Okay. I actually want to go with Lamar Jackson, but anyway, the Bears versus the Browns. Wrong. That was wrong. There's too many B's in this particular area that I'm looking at. Bears versus the Broncos. This could be the most defensive game we've ever seen in our lives. And given the state of the Broncos defense, maybe not. But I think one of these teams has to bounce back. And I want to lean towards the Bears just because they were already one of those teams that should be in the NFC North race anyway. So I'm going to lean towards them. I want to see the Broncos bounce back. They're like, for a team that's supposed to be carried by their defense anyway, their defense can't play like they did on Monday night. That was awful. And whoever was defending that tight end, he need to run some drills. He need to run heels this week. Like, that man, he got burnt like my toast in the morning, bro. Like, come on. Turn the air on. Turn the fan on the microwave. That's how that smell is terrible. Anyway, the Bears, I think they get the win here, but I love to see the Broncos get the win. But I'm going to go with the Bears as kind of the safe pick, maybe. Casey.
The Bears. Sometimes I can actually say that, and I'm pretty sure it's going to actually go through.
Okay, Justin.
The Bears are going to win because they're the Bears.
No, it's the Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
All right. You sound like a person and a parrot. Eagles, Falcons in Atlanta. The Falcons, speaking of teams that look absolutely terrible that shouldn't, got all the freaking talent in the world. Devontae Freeman, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Muhammad Sanu. What the heck y'all doing? What the heck y'all doing? Falcons lose. I think they lose again. They go 0-2, and I think this is going to be one of those things for the Falcons where people are going to be like, what's wrong with the Falcons this year? Eagles win. I like the Eagles. I like Carson Wentz. It's my guy. Deshaun Jackson out here looking like this man, like he found the youth or something. Like they need to test that man. Casey.
I'm pretty sure the Eagles gonna win, but Julio need to give me some fantasy points though. Just a couple, just a few. You know, you gotta win. You just gotta give me the points. You know, that's all I need. You could still lose and give me the points. That's yeah.
Justin.
Fly Eagles fly. There we go. Now I got it right.
Ooh, Monday night's one hell of a game.
Yeah, it is. We got the Browns going up against the New York Jets. Huh? Anyway, How did this even get in the game? Like, it was because the Jets signed Le'Veon Bell and the Browns are supposed to be good. Like, is that what we were thinking here when we NFL?
Yeah, because they got Le'Veon Bell and then Browns got Odell.
I mean, would you rather have it be on Sunday night?
So it rhymed. Okay, they was going for the rhyming factor. Okay. I'm going. I think the Browns bounce back this week. They back bounce, which is not a good thing. Back bouncing probably would be the opposite of bouncing back. I think the Browns bounce back this week and they beat the Jets, but this one could go either way. I think because the Jets looked good last week, and I think it's just gonna depend on what Sam Darnold can do. So, Casey, who you got?
Oh man, I think Vince McMahon had something to do with this. He was like, you know what? We need ratings, so I'm gonna need you to put the Browns and the Jets on Monday night. So everybody watching Raw. This is. I might watch this game, or I might watch Raw for the first time in like 2 months. I'm not gonna watch Raw for the first time in 2 months. I'm gonna watch it. That's why I got the DVR. Go with the Browns.
All right, Justin, to wrap us up.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the Jets.
Jets. All right,
Jets.
that'll be week 2 picks. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your picks in the. I want to say the description section in the comment section below. Leave your picks down there. Let us know, or you can shout them to us on Twitter. Let us know who your favorite team is, who you're cheering for this week. I'm fighting a gnat as we speak. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys on the next one. You can follow us on Twitter, ICW_podcast. Justin at McJugger Nugget Sucks.
The true Jets, me.
Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye. We'll be back with other videos coming up soon. Adios. We'll see you. Bye.